Hello, everybody. Guess he just dropped these fizzy drinks here. I got my homework finished, so I decided I'd go ahead and stream for you guys. Huh? No, not for the whole week. It's just what was due today. I was gonna try to do everything for the whole week in one sitting, but that just traditionally has not gone well. Okay, so let's order some stuff. What do we need? Perhaps we could go ahead and buy that new product license. Serious? I'm gonna go ahead and order 10 of these. Really trying to get this supermarket lit. And then we'll order the rest of what we need for the day. Gonna start kinda doing some stuff in here as well. Gets pretty dark. The day. Are you serious? The hell in hand basket.
America is. By the way, America's bad. It's like a small group.
Yeah. I watched a video the other day of this British guy. He rented like the biggest pickup truck that he could find, and he was listening to country music and driving to a Hooters, and he was like, "This is freedom!" And I was just like, "You poor fucker, that is not all there is. Look behind the fake grocery store."
Don't seem here. Country we are. It is so much fun. Out and about and do something.
You're more country than I am in that regard. I ain't never heard of no fucking leaf sledding.
Oh, it's the thing.
You ever been sledding though down a trash can lid? I don't know if that's really country though. I think a lot of places do that.
It's just poor or it doesn't have. We had actual sleds at my house. My dad was a truck driver, so we had enough money to take care of ourselves. He just lived in like a ratty trailer because he didn't spend it as wisely. They're better in their old age than they were mistakes, but 20 to 30. But yeah, you take a sled into the woods. You find like a deep line or like some sort of like big ditch, like an area where like the ground's just kind of like has to be a steeping. And you start from the top, run your ass down just like with a sled, tying down the leaf. And if you don't have enough leaves, because usually if it just hasn't.
So we just need spaghetti, eggs, hold that thought. Spaghetti, eggs, tea, rice, yogurt. 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 Spaghetti, eggs, tea, rice,
Dog hurt.
and yogurt, which people call it.
Fucking. But yeah,
Yogurt.
so you just take, if you don't have enough in the ditch area, then you just take like a bunch of, you take the sled and shovel into it. That way you have some big piles. You do end up hitting rocks on the way down, getting hurt, but it is the most fucking fun because you won't hit that many rocks. You soften most of the blows. It's shit to do when fall hit, and you have.
We'll try it sometime.
It's fun to do some country nonsense. Like it's fun to just fucking like drive a like golf carty mule down and shit. It's fun to just.
It is fun, but it's funner vacation time of year.
Yeah.
That's
That's what
better.
I'm saying. There are things that are very enjoyable.
And the only reason that you see those country hillbilly shits going on, those people that you see, you don't realize, like, their teeth probably hurt every day because they don't have a fucking dentist in their area, and even if they did, they couldn't afford it. Like,
The only way to get freedom in America is.
well, I mean, we could be Appalachian folk.
We
I mean,
could,
that's my
right.
whole plan, is to, like, build a fucking commune out here.
Our plan is to be self-sufficient, but we're still going to go into town for medical access.
Oh, I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. We'll still go into town for medical access.
There's some people. But anyways, what I'm saying is, it's so much fucking fun in brief. It's so fucking terrible.
In the parts that it matters. Yeah.
Nobody wants to. Anyone who wants to live in America hasn't lived in it before. Do not make the choice. America is not a place for someone to have access to a ton of people high up, a ton of money. It is fun to visit on vacation. It is fun to go do some crazy stuff. If you just want to be some fucking dude who decides, you know what, I'm gonna go down in some fucking Hickville piece of shit area, dive bar, hang out.
If they're French, I would recommend Louisiana.
Yeah, I mean, like they could just they show you on TV and stuff. You can go to a shitty little biker bar or something, like a little dive bar, and you're most likely not going to get your ass kicked. You'll most likely be.
Depends.
But I mean, don't be a dick, and don't be condescending. Fine, get your ass kicked. But if you're just a regular person who's nice, most likely to have a good time. It's careful. It's just because the people who cities don't take care of the cities. Not the people in the cities, really. It's the people who all people take care of them. Country folk help each other out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Leaders, especially so. We might have some jobs over here, but our roads are fixed finally. When they had the funds to do the things they needed, they did them. But
now we need salt, cheese, green oil, and cookies. Cheese.
But yeah, what I was saying was, when you come and you want to visit some like piece of shit no area, probably have a ton of fun. Not stay. Visit.
Yeah, like.
That was was that where we went?
I was watching a video last night for school, but I don't say it because I don't know if I would hurt anyone's feelings.
Don't say it. But, Williamsburg. Williamsburg, Virginia. It was an awesome place to take a vacation to. But I can tell you, just from being around there, seeing some of the folk around there, it definitely would not be the best place to live. That's for America in general. It's better than where we live. Me and you, personally. But someone coming from outside the United States, it'd be a great place to visit. Probably going to experience a ton of... It seemed like a place that's secret.
We'll say on the video, I won't go into great detail about the video that I watched in particular. And this was for school. It was about a family who had moved here and they practiced Islam. And they were talking about they were so like happy and excited to move to the US because religious freedom and all that is ingrained into our Constitution. And the lady genuinely seemed happy to live here, but like I couldn't understand why she wasn't more like afraid for her life.
Especially people... But by general wackadoo.
Yeah, and like it looks pretty on paper. You're absolutely right. It is ingrained in the Constitution.
You know, a lot of people Islam out there on no...
Really?
Yeah, like no connections to anyone, just find out. Common. I mean, it's not like 1 in every 10, but it's just like common enough to where you might be like, yeah, your cousin's on it. Bye. And it's like not because they did anything. It's just because like...
Hello, how are you?
They might have like a very...
Yeah, pretty good. Just chilling. Just finished my homework.
They might have like a very distant... related to like, somewhat aligned with something very far off that's not aligned with something. It's always these weird vague connections. Like the FBI will find like the most...
Well, see, but it's not even that. I feel like it's just intentionally malicious.
Oh, it is. That's what I'm saying. Like they find the
Like
most
sometimes there
vaguest
aren't even
reasons to do it.
Maybe there's not even a vague reason. Maybe they just said there was one.
They all... Oh, yes, but they make it sound like it's something. Like, for the longest time, one of the biggest reasons you could end up in Guantanamo Bay was because you owned a certain type of... It was the most popular watch, and I think...
Ooh,
it was
we
like,
have 2 of these.
I can't remember which country, but it was like... watching either... It was either Iran or Iraq, I think. And if you... that watch, they could pick you up and ship you out to Guantanamo. Because they considered it... I'm not even shitting you. They considered it to be a bomb-making material. Because those watches were used by one... Also, the most popular watch in the country, just because it was a popular brand. It's like if someone took...
I stream pretty much every day. Here lately I've dropped off a little bit just because my sleep schedule's been out of whack. But yeah, and school. But I do stream daily, or at least I try to anyway.
And it won't be on a set time. Kind of like whenever, but they will be like 5-hour streams sometimes. Very rarely is a stream on, usually due to an issue if we have one.
Yeah.
But
I normally stream daily and I do kind of long plays.
But they kept scooping like that.
Let's do chocolate cereal, peanut butter.
Same excuse of
Chocolate. Shh. I'm.
fault.
Okay, well, finish your thought.
So I was going to cut it off after this one.
Okay.
It's like the same situation of like, so like if America was deemed to be a country that has a lot of terrorist influence, which we kind of do, we terrorize the rest of the world, but someone deemed us that way, and then they picked up anyone who had like a Samsung or Apple phone because it could potentially be used to make other things.
Well, yeah, but that's not really a good example because every country has Samsung and Apple.
Oh.
Pretty fucking much. They are a monopoly cross-continentally.
Oh, in Western countries, they're Western. China, India, and they all have their own thing. Well, Japan might have. Because even... Well, damn, are they a Western brand then? I know for a fact China does not use.
They are everywhere, my
Any-
love. I've seen it.
No, China does not use any like Western. It is
Seen
very
it.
specific. China doesn't use any.
Oh yeah, we only need 3 more until we've hit the 50 follower goal to reach a partner or affiliate or whatever the next thing is. I forget what it's called. Go ahead and do this order. Then we'll figure out what more we need. So here lately, this game has been my one that I've been playing, and then before that it was Minecraft and The Sims. I've played, God of War Ragnarok. I'm trying to get the platinum on that one right now. Only got one more thing I gotta do. And then I've played Assassin's Creed. I've played all different kinds. I guess you could say I'm like a variety streamer, I guess they call it. Gotta fix myself here. My face has looked so red on the camera recently. I don't like it. This is not my complexion.
I'm ghost color different. I think it's due to all the like lights of this game, like how bright it is. Just like
Probably. Eh. Still didn't do anything really to fix the color.
yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Great, so now we need more water. More blue cleaner, more dishwashing tablets, more bleach. Yeah, I had
You're
a
like
feeling.
the 15th person this.
Like,
No solicitation. We
way
don't
more
have the
than
extra
that.
expenses for something. Still a very small stream. If it ever gets bigger,
Ditto. Yeah, no offense to you guys, it's just like, we've had so many people just pop in the stream asking us, and it's like, it's kind of getting to a point. Oh. I'm fine. Right? I feel like, I don't know, maybe there are some streamers that don't do like a bunch of craziness. Yeah. I really need to do that. I need to get on that. I do have an X account. It's the same as my name on here. It's just Larona_Jenkins. And then I also have a YouTube channel, which is the same, Larona_Jenkins. Yeah, I hardly ever use X or Discord, but I usually just use Twitch and YouTube. Those are my main squeezes. Main squeeze. Okay. Right, so I think we have enough money to buy another product license for tomorrow. Whoops, wrong screen. Do you think I should put like... Well, I do need to get around to that, but do you think I should put like gravelly voice or something in my description? Because a lot of people comment on my voice here lately. They're like, oh my god, you have such a unique like gravelly voice, and I'm just like, it's just my voice. That's what happens when you started smoking when you were 16. Like that's what happens. Yeah, and I mean, sometimes I have like a more bubbly voice. It's just, it depends.
Slept.
Yeah.
But
Fortunately.
like tags to your
We can.
like or something.
It's another cashier.
It's near.
Does it sound like me to me? No, I sound like a man. I think. I don't like it. Nasally?
When I listen to my voice, it's so feminine, and then when I'm just talking, I don't feel that way.
Well, I think you have a pretty deep voice, but if you get excited about something, you get all curly. And when you giggle like that.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, give me just a sec.
I have to look up later, but it's mostly just there to have.
Okay, let's see. Alright, so that is the name for my X account and my YouTube. Spaghettis. Gotta poop. Go poop. Him's a good spicy boy. It's our kitty cat. One of the 7 that we own. She's a little loaf. So bleach and blue cleaner. Diapers. Well, they say disposable diapers, but then they also say another weird thing, so I'm not really sure what the frick those are. We do need some green flour. I think he already took some out there. Is that what he just stocked? It is. Some cookies. Cookies. Some coffee. Perhaps some chocolate and some salt. Just the coffee. Latte. Oh, stuck on a wall. Let's turn the lights on so it's not so dark in here. Ooh, it's much brighter in here, I'd tell you that much. Let's get some chocolate. What are they selling? That is low-key like SpongeBob episode. Just love it when they come and pull what you're actively like stocking off the shelf. Stocking it is my favorite thing that happens. Spaghettis. Some more spaghettis. Yeah, just a moment. Okay. Alright, so I went ahead and gave you a follow back. Let's do some more of the yellow oil. Do some green oil. Need eggs and water. This game is such a simple premise, but it's so freaking fun. Let's do some more dishwasher tablets. Some soap. Alright, so now let's finish the day and we'll restock in the morning. What, babe?
Must be sexy.
Let's go ahead and pull up my stream manager again. Go. Okay, so salt and yogurt have went down in price. This $2.10. Yogurt. Make that an even $2. Hello to whoever just popped in. To see ya. We just finished a business day and now we're doing another restock. Oh, that didn't even do anything. see, products found expensive, it said 2. So I wonder if maybe this milk is one of the reasons, because I feel like I didn't sell one of those all day. No, it wasn't too expensive. Maybe people just didn't want it. It's like one off the hook. Yeah, those are really cute. Especially the little green anime looking girl. But like I said, I don't think that right now is the time for my specific channel to be doing those sorts of things just yet. Benefactor. My boyfriend, homie. Damon financially supports my lifestyle. Once again, asking for your financial support. Yeah. Is that the one with Jank and Anna?
No.
That's Crystal and Cigar then. Oh, did he?
And Crystal's child.
Why?
I don't know if she almost died, but she sounded. She was insinuating with something like that. So they had to have their 2 other people.
I've never.
That's the guy who big nerd. Like Republican. Seen them. It's just they're not as like the second tier. Have their own. They are main cast. The last 2.
Oh,
Not to say they're not amazing. Just the ones that garbage do.
I'm really kind of falling off of Anna and Jank. I really love Anna and Jank,
did I.
but
That's why I would,
ever since they said that thing about Polly, I was just like, man.
they are very
Y'all got to be.
self-righteous.
And it wasn't even Jank, it was Anna.
Yeah.
It was all Anna, and I was just like, Anna, how could you betray me? What does that mean?
It's just like
They love themselves a lot? I love them a lot.
but they have you're entirely right. Some people just do. And
Well, they kind of are entirely
they're
right
not
on a lot
entirely
of
right.
things.
They're on a lot of things. They almost speak against the.
You know, I have wondered if my beloved Jo Jorgensen is running this year. Cause, I saw that she's been posting a lot here recently. Jill Stein?
I think she's gotten the most out of
I feel like I've heard that name. I thought she was terrible.
No.
Oh, that's Jill Biden.
Jill Stein isn't terrible. She's a very good person. It's just she hasn't ever had the sting. I'm hoping that
Did you just say the staying power?
staying.
Oh. I was like, what is the staying? Like, Chowder, I'm gonna give you the staying.
How volatile it is. call them also talk about how they're built pieces of shit. Like, he's able
Now,
to make
Brother
you,
Trump, you are talking like a soggy piece of wet toast right
he called
now.
him a gangster.
Really?
Yeah. He was like, Trump's a gangster. I don't mean that in a good way. He was talking about how, I mean, he wasn't, but he will chew you out in a way that makes you feel, I need a
Well,
that,
most preachers have that
yeah,
ability.
the fact that he is a law professor, and,
He's a law professor?
well, wait, was it law?
I thought he was just philosophy.
I think it was a lot of different, he's been involved in ever. He is, I think,
Me too. Since I met you.
since my whole life I have been, because, I wanted to be a politician when I was in elementary.
I can't believe you would choose that in elementary school. I don't know any kid. Like, people called me the librarian because I read a lot of books and knew a lot of things. But never have I ever met a kid that was just like, I want to be a politician when I grow up.
I was a secret. I've told you before. I was the encyclopedia.
Sure you don't mean a dictionary?
I'm a fucking idiot. Yeah, I've gotten stupid with age. I kind of fell off.
I'm not sure what a difference in an encyclopedia and a dictionary is, now that you mention it.
But, yeah, dictionary was my favorite. I remember I loved picking up that big-ass yellow and just flipping through it. And that's PBS, so I got all these fancy fucking terms. They're like...
You're taking the absolute piss.
Well, no,
I love that, it's so funny.
I spoke really fast and with an accent like this, so it was really hard for me to understand what I was saying. And I just spoke really fast like this, but faster than this, and it was... But...
What does that mean?
Absolutely.
Why would Ludacris call himself that? Why would he insult himself?
Hey. Like, out there, he's wild.
Oh.
I would say somebody who see them. So, like, telling you the shit. They're not weird necessarily, but they're like...
Well, it's just like an old head, kinda.
Anyway.
Like life wisdom.
It's like another version of eccentric. Into
Oh.
But it's supposed to be a more eccentric, but you can just be eccentric really into something like a steam pump. Steam. A ludicrous person. It's I don't know. Medieval. It's like it's a vibe. Expected eccentric. That's right. Favorite, but the main candidates because Chase Oliver, who heard of him, literally never heard. It's forgettable.
Ooh, we've got potatoes now.
It's Oliver. Alright. Jill Stein. He's actually kind of in the...
Yeah, these are cute. I like the lady with the little witch horns. Isn't that cute?
It's cute. while we have their vice president.
Got to look and see what I was supposed to order.
Oh, Trump made.
Did he?
Yeah, he picked J.D. Vance. And J.D. Vance isn't the best.
Order.
New age Republican, but he's a young.
Let's go to furniture and order more furniture. That.
He came around the same time.
Order 2 of these and some of these, and we'll still have 2,000 to do the rest of the day's ordering with.
Events came around as a response to the squad and AOC and all that. But it's because yes, he is right wing about something. Saying. But weirdly on the same side as a lot of.
It doesn't matter, the abortion thing on its own is far too dangerous.
Oh, it's far too dangerous. I'm just saying. It's like.
It's picking the lesser of the two evils again, and I will not do it again.
I will never do that. They're all evil. I'm not voting for Trump at all, and I'm not encouraging.
Bernie's not evil, that man is a national treasure.
What I'm saying is a strange people, because he is extremely good people. He is a type of. He specifically, at the Republican National, he was talking.
Well, you know, surprisingly, a lot of conservatives believe that.
Yeah, they do. But usually the people.
Even like August does.
Yeah, but he called out the medical at the he was talking about.
You know where he has money? I was like, but isn't that you though? And he was like, oh no.
Listen, you're gonna like that. So at the RNC during his speech, like saying like thank you.
I thought J.D. Vance was his pick already.
To him till like potentially going to be this election.
Is he the official pick?
He is the official pick.
He is?
He is the official pick.
Did you hear that he compared Trump to Hitler though?
Yeah,
really
he
surprised that he got the spot.
Now he's a big Trump.
That happens.
I mean, and
they've
Kamala,
all talked shit about each other until they want a spot.
Remember when Kamala was talking about how all of a sudden
I didn't remember that.
She called him out from the debate stage.
What is? Okay.
Listen to my thing.
Right. Go ahead.
He was calling out how medical industry works stuff. He started it by talking about how he grew. I'm pretty sure he did. Talking lucky to get and
who did?
J.D. Vance.
Okay, gotcha.
He was getting these. I don't like the guy, but I'm just trying to explain the motherfucker.
Okay, I'm just
I'm sorry.
clarifying.
I don't mean to get angry. It's just I keep getting frustrated. I can't. You know me. If I don't get my thoughts out, I get all intense with it.
He beats me. I'm kidding.
I do not.
He
That's
doesn't.
you to me.
I'm kidding.
Anyways,
I'm kidding. You're gonna get it later. Oh, if you guys are wondering where Nene is, she's at Damon's parents. Just in case anybody was wondering.
He was talking anecdote about how his hometown. And they'll be like, say like,
this is
hey, do you remember this person? And then and then they'll always let him.
J.D. Vance would say that.
And then they always end up letting him asked. And he's like, it's such a thing.
Hello, how are you?
He said it's such a.
So we're gonna get
how bad the bug epidemics are.
1 spaghetti, 2 blue flowers, Eggs. No, go ahead. Yes.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Started with lives. Okay, the stuff.
Wait, so his friends in like
Family
high
associates.
places?
No, he was, you know,
Oh, okay, okay.
he gets calls from now I'm talking. I mean, yeah, I'm in. But he's gonna be stuff if he is able to push through the rest of the administration. Trump's still stuff. But his VP can make some pushes, especially the Senate. Labor stuff. But as far as anything to do with a social issue, concern. Almost probably gonna be the Biden.
Can a president just from the first time, like say they want to rerun, they'll be like, I didn't really like this VP, let me pick another one. Can they do that?
Trump did it.
They can?
It was his last vice president.
I don't even remember. Trump,
Mike
Pence. Yeah, that's right,
He
Pence.
chose Mike Pence the same that Obama chose Biden.
Is he? I bet Pence is like the first person to get VP'd.
Additionally,
I
in the
can't.
past, vice presidents had to be the
Let's save and quit to main menu, because I know that can go there. I feel like the game is just being glitchy.
back in. That's how they used to.
Oh, wait, I was trying to put it in the wrong spot. Now I see.
Yeah, and this is the same.
What?
I was and they were Biden times.
Ah.
Some of this fucking mess. But Biden's talking about. Well, he's not talking about, but he said that if he gets diagnosed with, he got diagnosed with.
COVID. Well, yeah, but that's COVID.
I know that's
It's not
why
cancer.
That's why people were saying it might not happen. But apparently he had a meeting with Chuck Schumer, and Chuck Schumer not to speak against said to have been. So they usually they well the time they specific. Apparently privately Chuck Schumer.
Got on to Biden.
Yes.
Ah.
They're calling.
Even Pelosi has ended her political reign.
Yeah, what she's trying to get her.
Reading.
Not what I meant.
Training.
Yeah.
Consulting.
Consulting. Like leading. She still has a real estate.
Mentoring, that's the word. Can you imagine that?
So pissed.
Pelosi's my landlord.
But, almost probably. Even though she has likability.
So let's do more bread. 2 more things of chocolate cereal, some fruity cereal. Let's move this stuff back because it messes me up. They're on 2 separate shelves. We got plenty of that. Bread, chocolate, those candies. Bread.
And the Democratic elite really likes Kamala. She polls higher than most people. Non-American. Mostly to connect. And there's a lot of stories.
Well, I mean, yeah, but you can't really say that because a lot of our politicians have been caught lying. You
But
can't just single her out. Like, she's
no.
done a lot, but
She
so
is.
have a lot of other ones.
Baby, I've been heavily at. We steal stories that she did not. Steal stories from civil. Now, like, if I was
The
that
baby in the stroller,
Yeah, no, you the fuck were not. That story's ages old. And then,
Wait, what's the real story?
there was this baby.
I think she was just saying maybe she could, like, identify with it.
No, she was saying directly. She also said that she back in while listening to Biggie. But the thing is, she went to college and Biggie became
Tupac and
artist.
Biggie. Yeah.
She also said that she's always been pro weed. Minor weed her skills and abilities when she became.
Well, yeah, but all politicians switch up on their political
yeah.
beliefs when something becomes popular.
She is a big cunt about it. She has a bad fucking. I hate her. I hate her because she. Hillary Clinton is another.
Hillary Rodham Clinton. I love that name. It's so funny. Clinton.
A self-centered war criminal.
Yeah, she is kinda. She's a bad mamma jamma.
But same vibes as her. As Cotton Cup. She makes a as single fucking things minority groups. She ran to unseat a very aggressive district attorney. So she unseated the lead district by running like a smear. And the thing is, like, he was making all these massively getting huge convictions that were terrible and stuff. She ran this like hard, knocked him out of office, and then she started doing all this shit to trans people. Any group that was something that she was treating like shit. And now she just gets to cake. Fucking I'm the vice president. It's me that she. The thing that bothers me is she does not tell me.
And the first black female vice president.
She dropped the Indian.
Let's see. We still have 30 eggs.
Not that. I hate on
Candy. Coffee. Peanut butter. Oh yes, she did. No, she like her first name is very different. It is. Peanut butter. Chocolate. We know we'll need another, so we can go ahead and get that. They were. No, her name was very different because I remember hearing about it. Her name was very, very different. Google like what her original name was. No, that can't be a Mandela effect. I know I remember that. I'm not going crazy. They did a whole, like, news article on it. They did a whole interview with her talking about her original name. Maybe that's an abbreviation for what it used to be.
I do know that.
I would say if I had to pick like a least favorite politician, I had their name on the tip of my tongue and I forgot it.
I was saying that. And then the first thing I see when I look it up is she changed her history. Changed her second article. Not switch identifying as Indian. Argue against that.
Gosh, I had that politician's name on the tip of my tongue. I absolutely hate them. But I cannot think of their name. Ah, yes. They ran last election. The hell was his name?
Pete.
Indian guy.
Vajek.
Diabetic. No, he works at National General. No, I'm not saying it in like an offensive way. I'm just saying I literally can't remember his name. I think you're taking it context, but anyway. Come find me, give me a hug.
Note saying like
he had candy.
I know who you're talking about though. But he was for this year.
Was he? Let's move some of this stuff. Vivek Ramaswamy. That was his name. Took me a minute. Where did I get that? He was just like a mean person.
How this rooters are. Until recently.
Candy.
She. Is it just every single stuff she said?
Candy, whiskey, Coke. Yeah, candy, whiskey, Coke. Candy, whiskey, Coke, bleach, blue cleaner. Candy, whiskey, Coke, bleach, cleaner.
Just kind of know suck.
We don't really like.
But I'm saying, like.
And also, just to preface things, we talk about things like in the way that we view it,
Yeah.
but everybody is welcome. So just please understand
I mean,
that.
a ton of my friends are.
We're just both political science majors, so we get on these long tangents, but we don't expect you to view anything the way that we view it. And if you don't, or if you ever have an argument to something, please feel free to bring it up. We will not yell at you.
Our personal.
Yeah.
Most people can. She is kind of like. And I am just leaning.
Damn, call me. I mean, I wrote a paper about communism. I don't see, now that I've delved a little bit deeper into it, I don't see how people could be so scared of an ideal. Like, it's literally just an ideal.
Scared of the
Tendency towards dictatorship?
no. There is
Well, but how do you explain Russia before the US got involved? Like, before, like, the First World War? Oh. I don't know. It baffles me how America could have reacted so crazily to something that is literally just an idea. Ideas can't hurt people. Well, I know even in my history classes, and my history teacher, I love that man, but one speech that he made that kind of stuck with me, and I always kind of was like, what the fuck was he on about? He was talking about how, like, in communist countries, you don't go and pick out the pair of shoes that you want, you go and grab the pair of shoes.
That's
I grew up like thinking that was what communism was, like my whole life, but it's not. That's not correct.
That's not what communism is. Have a pair, and if that there is going to be a pair that everyone to get that to make or buy or get. That's the thing that irks me. Communism. People's argument against communism is scared. Every being allowed to have things. communism.
But I mean, to me, like, the textbook definition of communism, like, all that means is just equity.
So it said online that
this and even $7.
if you shit on Cuba, Banks was this is bullshit. Mass protest and violence in the streets, and then when he
Uh-huh.
it was a small group of capitalists, and it was like it was a small group, less than 100 people, and then like and side of thing. They had a
Sort of democracy.
yeah, they had a democracy, and the reason that anyone who doesn't know this, America in goods,
We cannot buy Cuban cigars to this day.
yes, and
To this day.
since before
They are, like, illegal if you get caught with one. Isn't it like a federal
it is
offense?
a federal since before our
And there's no weed in it. There's, like, nothing crazy. It's just a cigar. It's just tobacco.
it's a product we have here. We can't get Cuban. We can get ones labeled Cuban cigar. Made in America. Like an embargo, no imports, no export, and not only America, every country that trades. If you United States, or I know, if you are a trading partner of the United States, you are not allowed under law to trade with. That's fucked. Cuba has better doctors than us. Their literacy rate is higher.
And their incarceration rate is much lower, but then again, so is every other country's.
Their infant
And they still get to drive the pretty classic cars with the pretty colors.
car manufacturers. We're a car manufacturer.
I know they can't get new cars, but I like their old ones. I think they're pretty.
They hold up long. It's good.
They have the ones before forced what do you call that? Forced obsolescence. Forced obsolescence. I do. It's one of my favorite things. I think I might do a paper on it one of these days.
Big. Cuban doctors were the one doctor. The doctor.
The doctors.
For real.
What are you
amazing.
doing, man?
They don't have access to as many things. But
Oh
they have.
man, he just fucked me hard. Stop.
Have a,
So, just does shit, man.
no.
You shall suffer the guillotine. Oh dear God. He has got coffee in 3 separate shelves now. Thanks, asshole.
Every like that. Charlie. The average. They're not gonna the same way that
Yeah.
versus the meat.
I was watching a video. This woman was talking about how she hates how Africa is portrayed. And she was like, Americans will sit there and call Africa a poor nation or a third world country. And she was like, at number one, it's a continent. And then, she was like, Americans are really much poorer than us because at least if we buy something, we don't use credit for it.
Yeah.
If you can afford an iPhone, you could just afford an iPhone. If you can't, then you can't. And I thought that was really interesting.
And they're doing so doesn't is for example
I'm gonna try to
I don't
find
know
a way to
single
fix
damn
these.
person has a household 74. That is so household.
Can't. It's labeled so he doesn't stick anything there. I can't believe he messed me up like that, man. Can't pick it up.
And Bill Stein, she's a physician.
I'm just gonna set these here. I think Jill Stein was one of the ones that spoke out against abortion for the first time. Or, like, for the right
You gotta
to
really
have.
say
Yeah, I'm sorry. You know, RFK has been garnering a lot of support recently, I've
I know.
noticed. He's
Well,
been doing pretty well,
I don't
and
like him.
a lot of my friends like him.
I don't like him. You like him because he's not Trump. He's not.
Well, yeah, but say that that's why we like
That's not what
Jorgensen.
No, I like his views. I kind of like Joe's views.
What kind of credentials do Anna and Jank have to speak on what they speak on?
It's a small.
Theologian.
And son of a minister.
Occasional actor.
Social. He's some rap song.
Rapping or just in the videos?
Kind of one of the reasons I like him. Let's see. And he draws his Christianity, the black.
Don't know what
Among most
neo-pragmatism
influential
is.
books.
Is he saying that in the context of race matters, or like matters of race? Like
No.
that's the subject.
Saying that like he has a lot of things, but I need.
I really need to get around to reading a lot of books too.
But
But I don't like nonfiction.
this just reminded me of something. The nomination cheer. But then he switched to being
He's taught at all the Ivy Leagues. Just say all the Ivy Leagues.
Yeah. Neo-pragmatism.
Get some tea out. Tea, tea, tea. What does that mean?
Keeps the colleges.
So we did remove that label very well.
Oh shit, he's got.
He does?
Yeah.
Are they Christian albums?
I don't know. The first one. Street.
Street.
And the third one. So that one's probably correct. He grew up.
Well, there's nothing wrong with letting Christianity influence your beliefs, because, I mean, in my opinion, it's not Christianity that's bad, it's the application of it.
And that's why I like him. He isn't.
Some nice.
He's not a Christian extreme. He's
Sure.
someone who uses Christian teachings to guide his reasonings.
Right, and like that's what I'm saying, like even in my religious classes now, like I find myself I use Christianity a lot to justify my beliefs. I'm not necessarily a Christian in the traditional sense of the word, and I'm certainly not really a practitioner. But, you know, it's impossible. I mean, in my opinion, I know there are a lot of people that say that they're agnostic, but I just find that an impossibility, even though someone may think that they are. Does that make sense? What do you think about that? And like, if someone ever said to me, like, I'm an agnostic, I'm not gonna be like, no, you're not. But like, I feel like it's so unavoidable anywhere that whether you realize it or not, religion is a larger influence on you than what any of us would like to admit. It's almost in the same category as like ingrained implicit biases. You don't mean to have them, but you do.
That's the thing about him is he's very leaders of all. But I've never seen him get theologically aggressive.
I have. Kidding. I just want to see what you say.
Show have you pulled up?
Oh, no, no.
He was born in Tulsa.
Oh man.
Didn't know that.
You see, that really kind of bothers me. I mean, I'm not saying it's not okay to come from a background like that, because at least he used his for good. But also, he should have been more transparent.
Under had like shit.
Potatoes.
As a teen, sincere.
He doesn't like it, or he
Admired,
does?
sorry.
Ah,
I was
gotcha.
wondering what has been listening to. In 1970, graduated from Harvard. He got magna cum laude in fucking Near Eastern Studies. Credits Harvard. He credits Harvard. And says his Christianity. After had to do things that
Why would it ever go against your morality if it was for the greater good of the people? Is my question. If it is for the greater benefit of humanity, why not?
yeah, but some
Like, I understand that Christianity says thou shalt not kill, but
I mean, like, yeah, there's stuff like that. But the black need to kill. They showed up all the time to defend people against the KKK. Like, they had to, like, have... Is a non-violent... If they showed up, they were credited. Biggest reason.
see, but I kind of, oh my god, did I ever tell you about one of the worst debates I ever got in school, bro? One of the worst debates. No, I didn't say anything mean. I was trying to explain to this woman that the Black Panthers are the entire reason that the EBT program exists at all, and she just kept being like, nuh-uh, and I was like, you can't just say nuh-uh, this is a citation.
Oh, for anyone who doesn't know, U.S. government stole a ton of social benefits from the black. They were not taking. So they specifically from different communities. It wasn't just black people. U.S. government adopted a lot of this program. They just don't credit the black. I'm glad the U.S. government adopted this program. I also wish they would.
Give credit where credit is due.
Yes. African American to graduate from Princeton with a PhD in philosophy.
Listen, I need your assistance.
Yes.
On the upper part of the screen here, can you pull up your camera? I need you to take a photo so that I can remember what went up and down in price. Oh, just blue cleaner.
How was I supposed to take that photo?
Oh no, just, I told you I was gonna move it. I was going to go to the next screen and that's when it would show up. Yes, but it was just one thing, luckily.
Oh, I'm great. At Princeton.
Never explain what neopragmatism is.
Yeah, me.
Yes. That makes sense.
Battle of
W.E.B. Du Bois. He's an author. Oh.
Really say W.
Yes, it's W.E.B. Du Bois.
I know it's spelled.
No, there's supposed to be periods. That. Studies from. I knew a lot. I thought you meant like the Omicron.
Omicron.
That sounds like the.
That's what it is. Omicron Delta Kappa.
That's isn't that a? That's a. No, that's a variation of the fucking COVID virus, bro.
Omicron is the 15th.
So I wonder if that's why they called it that. Was that like the 15th variant? That's weird. Me and Damon both have like hella bad. I don't think I have ADHD, but I think I might have ADD, so we just rabbit holes sometimes. But it's fun.
As a
I would get along.
of oak. It's like an 8 symbol.
In the country?
No,
Oh.
at the Society's 5. It's also somewhat a secret in all societies are.
Isn't that like what the Freemasons is?
Oh, Joe Biden.
Alright, so we finally got that part fixed a little bit. Now we just gotta figure out what to put there. Yvette Nicole Brown? You don't like Yvette Nicole Brown?
No, we got an argument.
I love her.
No, we got a ass argument. She called me a fucking. I said I didn't like Kamala. Fuck her.
Oh yeah, that was kind of rude.
She's a dick. That's the same fight that I got in with what's his name?
Tommy Chong.
Yeah, Tommy Chong. It's the same fight I got in with Tommy Chong. I'm not famous. I don't know people on.
He used to get in these crazy fights with people on Twitter about political issues because it was like his favorite thing to do.
Yes, I would spend hours upon hours. I really in-game watch a movie and.
Hello, how are you?
I slept maybe like 3 hours. It's time I work. Can't do anymore. Back. Heavy on stuff. Just talking to like.
Hello.
Tommy Chong and they were arguing saying.
Oh, that's a different VTuber. Just got a Daniela VTuber in here a moment ago. Oh, pretty good.
Oh, hey, don't tell us anything though, just in case, because I don't know if you're connected with the other VTuber. They were trying to. Their design on solicitation. Just letting you know, just in case.
Yeah. If you're not, it's totally fine. We've just had a lot of graphic designers pop in.
Even if you are graphic, still just we can let you know.
Yeah, no offense. I think what the graphic designers do is awesome. It's just not something that I want to undertake right now.
No, I hate Yvette Nicole. And she's very high and mighty. You choose people. I liked her.
Well, I liked her because isn't she the woman that plays the manager of the movie theater in Drake and Josh?
So, she's a good actress. She is.
And she did the after show talks with The Walking Dead. She was on there a lot. Yeah.
Like, she is a very good actress, but it's just I didn't know who she was until I didn't. Sucks.
I've never heard that term.
It was a term made up by the Hillary Clinton campaign and the DNC. Now Bernie was just a bunch of guys. You know, they were just all a bunch of dudes to see Trump.
Let's add another one of these.
Yeah, it was. You looked at that. But
And they said it was what now?
they said it was. Media tried to make it seem like Bernie was just this dude just elect Trump, and that's what it was just their way.
Alright, so we've got drinks over here. 2 by 2.
I feel like that should be illegal.
Leave that. What's the Pied Piper?
So the DNC.
You gotta say Rodham. Hillary Rodham Clinton.
Together to what they had this theory that if they got everyone to favor him to so they basically tried to demonize everyone. They tried to boost him as this is their guy, here's their guy. Try to make it seem like ludicrous. This was totally. They pushed for him so it had them. Kind of what led him down the path. I think Trump was just trying to get a bigger name for himself. He wasn't even paying just like having telling me escaping out. He was gonna escape.
Wait, I'm having trouble understanding what you meant by that. What do you mean, run a common scheme?
He's still. I think he was
Ooh,
trying to get as.
Let me tell you something. Jack Black.
Yeah, he had.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot I already had an extra.
Now, this is fucking like next second. Inside. Oh, turns out the guy who shot him was going to also.
Alright, so you want to do a list for me? Maybe do writing, because it's faster than typing, at least for me. 1 spaghetti. 2 blue flour. 4 green flour. 2 blue eggs. 4 rice. 4 tea, 2 yogurt, 4 cheese, 1 bread, honey. Let's do 4 coffees. One fruity cereal. 2 whiskey. 2 blue orange juice. 2 green apple juice. Or no, I'm sorry, take the green apple juice off. So many green apple juices. Let's go ahead and do 4 bottled milks. It is. You don't see that? You don't see that? One, I'm gonna call those diet fizzy drinks. 1 lemon lime soda. Let's do 4 potatoes. 3 diapers.
Everything?
Yes. Can you take it off as I tell you? Or... Mm-hmm. Read me off something that's 1, because I can only fit 10 things in a truck at a time. Do I have any more green egg? Paid attention. I do have... Can you add green eggs to that? I didn't get the rice. 1 green egg. Keep some of these empty boxes here. Oh, that's nice. We can store empty boxes in case we ever need to move anything.
However, the strategy back.
Sorry, could you repeat?
Hyper strategy was a campaign to promote extreme in the Republican Party. The idea was to make them seem more extreme, Mr. Clinton's chance of. However, the strategy backfired. Trump used it to his advantage.
Can we go over Project 2025, please?
Energy. Anytime.
read me something off the page or something, because I really need to know what that is. It's important. Snopes, you mean? Snopes. It's Snopes. S-O-N-S-N-O-P-E-S. That is Snopes.
It's more sensitive, it's the Snoop.
Snoop is S-N-O-O-P. Ask dog.
I know. Sweeping effort center. Just Biden.
For those of you that don't know, the executive branch is the presidential branch.
Which foundation a think tank operated by many Trump's. Trump says he knows nothing of the. He
And
wishes them.
this is a real thing, because at first, I mean, it sounded so out of left field that I thought it was a conspiracy theory, and I was like, whatever, but no, it's definitely not.
He just wanted to tell me about.
You know who I think we would definitely vibe with? I don't talk to them because they scared me one time when I was pregnant with Renalyn. I found this like thing in my cantaloupe, and he was like, "It's poison, throw it away immediately," and it was just weird because I'd never spoken to him before that, but I think he's just an eccentric person. This guy named, I'm not gonna say his first name because I don't want people.
So you're.
Oh, potentially. Well, anyway, nobody look him up. But, yeah, I feel like we would G-Haw really well, politically wise.
They want to change how the
Basically turn them into, like, I don't know.
The document calls for legislation that made term limits.
I didn't know there was term. Back to the list, please, love.
Eliminating the Department of Education. I want to get rid of it.
Education?
Yes. Plan explicitly prohibits federal education policy should be education should be eliminated. Also calls for bans on so-called theory, gender ideology, asking for legislators that would require educators who share such material to be registered as sex offenders. If you share anything on critical race theory or sex offender.
Okay.
Also, the thing is, no one teaches critical race theory on a K-12
level.
Yeah, that is a.
I didn't understand. I never encountered it until I got to college.
And it's not even a college course. It's a graduate college course. They can mention it.
We're dabbling.
They mention it and talk about it in regular courses, but study it to actually specifically study it. It requires you to be in a college graduate level.
The list.
Defunding the Department of Justice.
The list.
I'm reading the goddamn list.
The list, Gary. The list.
What list?
My shopping list, motherfucker.
Oh, I thought you meant the list of stuff.
No.
The list of their rules and.
Okay.
1 green eggs.
I gotta add
rice.
Some of these. So I never put that on. 4 rice, you say? You say? Uh-huh. I've only got room for one more thing. So the next... God, I'm telling y'all, when I get a damn gaming PC, it's over. I have a friend that's got one for sale, but I don't have 900 spare dollars. Eric slash butt plunger. I could pay you installments, dude.
Additional proposes related charges as says ever prosecuted. After the actual ballot boxes from campus, and the DNC did this.
Why?
They did it.
Oh, because they were in more,
They were worried about brain winding.
Democratic areas.
They were.
Well, leftist areas,
Yes,
we'll say that.
The DNC campuses made it harder to vote, made the time constraints limit chances of. I think they did. DNC, no, they won the court. This rule, DNC is allowed to dig legal system to court. The DNC did dig the legally appropriate. Technically, the DNC become public when they're they don't ever become public. I mean, public. They both. They're gonna anything.
Did he?
Yeah, he allowed pipelines that.
I mean, Trump did way worse for climate change, for what it's worth.
I do. He signed the Paris Accord. He signed the climate agreement that we promised to do this thing in a unspecific amount of time. It holds no, doesn't even make. It's just saying we're going to attempt to reduce. And all of Biden plans for climate stuff, like almost stuff that actually was substantial to take place. Show you that he cared. Cybersecurity effort. Changing the immigration.
Oh, they've been trying to get rid of DACA for years. That's, for children of immigrants to be able to attend school, correct?
Program that temporarily delays the they want to phase out stupid. Send people. Just get stricter on checking on those people. And I'm not saying if you should give out visas, but
I don't think that there should be visas at all. I think the world is the world. Like, I mean, I understand that in, you know, I guess a modern society, or I guess the society that we've created, that cannot be. But, I mean, all these, you know, people, all these, politicians will sit here and tell you, oh, I'm Christian, and la-di-da-di this, and la-di-da-di that. Like,
They don't love that neighbor.
the countries, man. Why do you care? No, I know.
I think live in any
Fit in
country.
that box.
Restrict you just because you're.
Yeah. And they act like places are gonna get overcrowded or whatever, but I mean, overcrowding is an issue that would solve itself. If people genuinely feel overcrowded and they could travel freely as they wish, then they would leave.
We have more in the United States than. And I'm not saying families. We are stacked. Issue is it's owned by a bunch of mega.
Yeah, that is true.
Strict access to abortion. They always say restrict is
Abolish.
They want to remove LGBTQ plus the Gender Policy Council.
What's the... Oh, yeah.
Biden. It's the president. It's the federal government.
Oh.
Orientation.
What are you putting out? He's putting out more milk. He scared me.
So they just came and transferred for no fucking reason. Like, there's nothing in the Bible. There is nothing historically and they became a famous. Children stuff. But then all of a sudden, 16, they needed an enemy of the state, so they deemed it. Like, these people who like Pepsi, they should go to hell. Pepsi people.
This is also true. I mean, yeah. What do you mean cat litter boxes in schools?
Remember that story that came out that did, so they had a litter.
Well, furries and trans people are different anyway.
Yeah, first off, they're different. Someone who had cat as their helper, they had a litter box in the school. It was a kid who was able to.
Yeah. Service animal.
Service animal.
Or like an emotional support animal, depends on how qualified they are.
Animal service or emotional need. They put a litter box. And it got blown up right when they were just like, oh!
Agreed.
They want to cut completely with China. Have advocates for
You
restricting
can't
people's
cut
access.
ties completely
I
with
know.
China. Do you know what that would do to our economy?
It would advocates for restricting people's access to TikTok.
Oh.
And see, that's another stupid thing. They came from you giving us the fucking access to news that we people. The entire reason they went sharing sources and articles.
They didn't know because the school didn't tell them and the news didn't tell them.
They didn't come from TikTok. Started becoming very Palestine.
And you know it's been months since I've seen a Palestinian post.
Because they have
And I keep getting this ad that's like, abortion was never about women's rights in America. I'm sure you've seen it.
Yeah, you get in all the big,
Yeah.
but
And it's like I'm so far removed from that sphere. The algorithm would never have chose me.
well, the algorithm chooses us, but the algorithm thinks that
I thought the algorithm was supposed to show you things that you were interested in, so I was like...
It thinks we're interested in Republican ideology because we're against Democrats. That's why we get ads from randomly. The algorithm trying to figure out which side we're. The algorithm is mostly based on binary statistics. So something, negative something. It has two options for everything. Something, negative something else. Binaries, the most algorithm. Protections against
That's Project 2025?
Yep, it calls for policy strengthened by Biden. Prevent discrimination, disparities in housing.
Oh, so they're not trying to make it better. That's what it sounded like
They're
there for a
trying to
moment.
restrict it.
Okay,
They also recommend sell off.
List, please.
But yeah, selling more homes to real estate developers. See? Fucking forever.
Honey, nothing's been out for a long time.
No, I mean just in this
Okay, love.
Cheese.
Look at this. 2 of these cheeses.
But yeah, they want to make it easier to sell.
And they want to talk about communism. You'll never own anything.
Yeah.
We'll never own a house anyway. The fuck do you care?
So
the bank will own it for
they
you.
They want to change federal job classification. Roughly 1,000-page document.
I wonder if that would change things for like postal workers. It's always been a worry for me because of where postal workers, to me they seem like the least like justifiably federal employed people. So I have always worried that somebody's gonna try to take their stuff. Because they just deliver mail. I mean, it doesn't seem federal.
They want to of people who subscribe to conservative jobs that are currently merit-based hires. Currently, we're made up of administrative sector, civil, a new mix selects similarly minded people. It's gonna be a lot of They want to recategorize civil servants into at-will, giving higher level for any reason without. So basically,
Make
right to
every
work.
state an at-will state.
I'm still pissed about Dollar General.
Yeah, Dollar General once fired him because he
Don't mention the shit.
Never mind. See, in America they tell you have freedom of speech, but you do not. See, this is the new cheese.
I wanted me and my coworker. The Project 2025 recommendation. Basically, they're trying to make it to where the president, the king.
I would